Have you ever had a moment where you realized the world had shifted under your feet, that something was changing, something big, and you weren't sure if it was for better or worse? For author Johann Hari, that moment came at a Hollywood party. He expected to find people had gained weight during the pandemic lockdowns like he had. Instead, everyone looked thinner, almost gaunt. The secret, whispered among the guests, was Ozempic. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pod Digest. In this video, we summarize Johann's thoughts on the unknown side effects of Ozempic drug. Watch until the end to see the full picture of this popular drug. This magic pill, initially intended for diabetes, is now making headlines for its dramatic weight loss effects. It mimics a natural hormone, GLP-1, which tells our bodies we're full. But Ozempic's version lasts a week, not minutes, leading to significantly reduced appetite. Studies show users lose an average of 15% of their body weight in a year, a figure previously only achievable with drastic measures like bariatric surgery. Hari, struggling with his own weight and family history of heart disease, decided to take Ozempic, documenting his journey in his new book, Magic Pill. He paints a vivid picture of his transformation. Gone were the mornings when he woke up ravenously hungry. Ozempic shut down that gnawing need, the constant food chatter that had plagued him for years. This stemmed, he realized, from a deeper issue, his need to stuff himself with food, a coping mechanism ingrained from a chaotic and violent childhood. Ozempic forced him to confront this unhealthy habit, ultimately leading to a healthier relationship with food. He even found himself enjoying food more, savoring flavors instead of mindlessly consuming. However, he acknowledges that his experience is atypical. For many, the loss of food enjoyment is a major drawback. And this is just one facet of the complex ethical and practical dilemmas Ozempic presents. One of the most startling pieces of research Hari uncovered was conducted by Professor Paul Kenny, a neuroscientist who designed an experiment aptly nicknamed Cheesecake Park. Kenny wanted to understand how processed foods affect our brains and our ability to regulate our appetite. He gave rats free access to their natural diet pellets, and they ate just enough to satisfy their hunger, maintaining a healthy weight. Then he introduced what he called the American diets: bacon, Snickers bars, and crucially cheesecake. The results were disturbing. The rats became obsessed with the processed foods, shunning their natural diet and overeating to the point of obesity. Kenny even subjected the rats to electric shocks while they ate. Those eating pellets quickly learned to avoid the shocks, but the cheesecake-obsessed rats ignored the negative consequences, continuing to gorge themselves. When Kenny removed the processed foods, the rats refused their natural diet, effectively starving themselves. This chilling experiment demonstrates how profoundly processed foods disrupt our natural satiety signals, a phenomenon all too familiar to those struggling with weight. And this is where Ozempic comes in. It artificially restores that sense of fullness, effectively counteracting the damage inflicted by our modern food environment. This raises the ethical question: is Ozempic simply an artificial solution to an artificial problem? Are we relying on drugs to address a crisis created by the food industry? While Hari acknowledges the validity of this concern, he also points to the very real suffering caused by obesity. He details the 12 significant risks he uncovered in his research. One study revealed that diabetics taking GLP-1 agonists, the drug class Ozempic belongs to, had a 50 to 75% increased risk of developing thyroid cancer. Though further investigation is needed, the potential for such a serious side effect is alarming. Another risk is pancreatitis, a rare but excruciatingly painful condition. Michelle, a woman Hari interviewed, described the agony of pancreatitis as far worse than childbirth, leaving her needing fentanyl for pain relief. Ozempic increases the risk of this condition ninefold. And then there's the impact on muscle mass. While some individuals, like Hari, experience primarily fat loss, others can lose up to 30% of their lean muscle mass, increasing the risk of frailty and falls, particularly in older age. Mental health is another concern. Some users report increased anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. While a causal link is debated, it's possible that the loss of comfort eating as a coping mechanism, combined with potential alterations in brain chemistry, could contribute to these issues. The most unsettling risk is what Hari calls the unknown unknowns, the long-term consequences we cannot yet foresee. He draws a parallel to antipsychotics, once widely prescribed before a link to dementia. In later life, was discovered. Could Ozempic, with its powerful effects on the brain, have hidden consequences that only emerge years or even decades down the line? This uncertainty makes the decision to take Ozempic incredibly complex, but it's important to acknowledge the other side of the coin, the devastating impact of obesity itself. Diabetes, with its potential for blindness, amputations, and shortened lifespan, is just one consequence. Heart disease, cancer, dementia, and even infertility are also linked to obesity. For some, like Jeff Parker, a 66-year-old lighting designer Hari met in San Francisco, Ozempic was a lifesaver. Suffering from severe obesity and multiple health problems that made even walking painful, Parker lost a significant amount of weight with Ozempic and saw his health fully recover. He told Hari, "I feel like I'm going to enjoy my retirement now." And then there's Oprah Winfrey, who has openly shared her lifelong struggles with weight, and how Ozempic has helped her finally achieve sustainable weight loss. Hari believes that for individuals with severe obesity who have tried other weight loss methods without success, Ozempic offers a potential solution that outweighs the risks. But for others, particularly those with lower BMIs or a history of eating disorders, the decision is far more nuanced. Beyond individual choices, Ozempic has profound implications for society as a whole. Will it become a widely used tool, offering genuine and sustainable health improvements? Or will it create a two-tiered society where thinness achieved through a drug becomes the new norm, further pressuring those who choose not to or cannot take it? There's also the risk that Ozempic, despite its initial effectiveness, could become a magic trick, masking the underlying problem while discouraging people from making necessary lifestyle changes. Imagine a future where, instead of addressing the root causes of the obesity crisis, we simply rely on pills to maintain a semblance of health while continuing to consume the very foods that made us sick in the first place. But amidst these concerns, there's also hope. Japan, with its incredibly low obesity rates, offers a compelling example of how societal change can happen. They have consciously built a culture that prioritizes healthy eating from childhood. School lunches are made from scratch, processed foods are banned, and children are taught to eat until they are 80% full. There's an emphasis on balanced meals with smaller portions and a variety of ingredients. Japanese culture promotes slow, mindful eating, savoring each bite. While not all aspects of Japan's approach may translate directly to other cultures, their success demonstrates that we have the power to create a healthier world, one where we're not reliant on pills for our well-being. Ozempic is undeniably a game changer. It offers hope for those struggling with the devastating consequences of obesity, but it also raises challenging ethical and social questions. The decision to take this magic pill is deeply personal, and it requires a careful weighing of both the benefits and the risks. The long-term impact on individuals and society remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: this is a conversation we need to have. Let's not allow the promise of a quick fix to distract us from the larger goal. Building a world where healthy choices are the easy choices, and where we can all thrive, not just survive. Thank you for watching. Again, we request you to kindly hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to leave some constructive comments. We would be happy to hear them.